Singapore will also see the Prime Minister of Laos, Sonexay Siphandone, make his first official visit tomorrow. Now, his visit coincides with the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations. As the current chair of ASEAN, Laos is set to host the foreign ministers' meetings at the end of July. Mr. Siphandone will meet Prime Minister Lawrence Wong and receive a ceremonial welcome at Parliament House on Tuesday. The leaders will witness two signings in the areas of carbon credits and education cooperation. Mr. Siphandone will also call on President Tharman Shanmugaratnam and meet Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong during his visit. Ahead of Mr. Siphandone's visit, CNA's Leong Wai Kit looks at the growing people-to-people ties.
These volunteers are from the National University of Singapore's Rotaract Club. Its members travel to Laos nearly every year to do community service such as paving roads and teaching children English language. They also fund the building of much-needed infrastructure.
My interaction with the principal of the primary school, he mentioned to us how, after the replacement of the zinc roofs, they weren't leaking anymore. When it was raining, it didn't interrupt their classes anymore. It wasn't something that was on their mind and they had to worry about.
But to these volunteers, their act of giving has been even more enriching for them.
Before we went over, we actually spent quite a lot of time learning the Lao language, so they were able to communicate with them in their native language. So when we were there, we had so many opportunities to interact with them. So I think it's really learning about the lives that they lead there, and sharing them sharing of us, and also us sharing with them our hopes and aspirations for the future, that we build that sort of relationship. And I think that's what people-to-people relationships really mean to me.
The volunteers have left their mark, helping to deepen people-to-people ties between Singapore and Laos. Both countries plan to boost cooperation in areas such as trade and clean energy as they mark the 50th year of diplomatic relations. But these efforts have also highlighted a need for greater awareness among the wider public.
Less of the Singaporean businessmen know about Laos. First of all, I have to introduce them. What is Laos? What they have potential?
Singapore has provided training to some 16,000 officials from Laos, which has helped build ties and trust. The ambassador hopes a planned visit to Singapore by Lao Prime Minister Sonexay Siphandone will give relations an extra boost. But he stressed the need to broaden interaction beyond the government level, such as through student exchanges.
I think priority, how we can engage our people to know each other first, to know the culture from each other first. And we will start working together after they are grow up. And they have the, idea how the two countries can work together.
Through further exchanges, it's hoped that the friendship between Singapore and Laos can be brought to greater heights. Leong Wai Kit, CNA.